Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me. After weeks of discussions about the burkini, whether it is clothing like any other, and about the right of wearing it, is it an individual freedom, or should it be known as the symbol of discrimination? The burkini became a hot item. The burkini and the veil in general is not an innocent piece of clothing. It is indeed the symbol of discrimination. The philosophy behind the hijab, or veil, which is based on theology, deprives women of their rights and freedom and makes them dependent of the man, who should give his permission for every single thing. Like, for example, even the right to study, work, or even the right to leave home. This philosophy makes women live like second-class citizens, with all the humiliation that comes with it. It disempowers and marginalizes women. Choosing to wear a burkini or a veil can't be seen as freedom of choice. Don't forget that the Muslim women who pretend to choose this are grown up with the indoctrination by their families and community, who believe that wearing a veil is a good choice to be a good woman and to obtain more respect of the community. You can compare it with the fact that in Egypt, more than 90% of women are genitally mutilated, and a lot of them do this voluntarily, because otherwise they can't get married. Do we still talk about freedom of choice here? It is also possible that some of the Muslim women wearing the burkini are victims of the Stockholm Syndrome, identifying with their oppressors. Liberating women from discrimination doesn't happen by defending wearing a burkini, but by understanding the philosophy behind it and by throwing it off forever. The ideology behind the burkini doesn't have any respect for the individual choice. It is religious, and in religion people obey. It is not about rights, but about duties. Based on my own experiences in the Islamic Republic of Iran with similar cases, I don't believe that wearing a burkini helps Muslim women from conservative families to go out. Most of them, even with a burkini, are not allowed to go to the beach. And a lot of Muslim women who were free to go to the beach in a swimming suit should change it into a burkini under pressure of their family and community, unless the enlightenment in connection with this covering clothing and the philosophy behind it is widely occurred. Of course, the ban on burkini doesn't solve the problem, but defending the right of wearing a burkini under the veil of freedom of clothing without criticizing the burkini itself is only propaganda for the conservatives in Muslim communities. Progressive intellectuals in Europe do have an influence on Muslim society and intellectuals. When some women in Muslim societies criticize the burkini as a symbol of discrimination, while some progressives of the West and inheritors of the values of the Enlightenment defend the right to wear a burkini without criticizing the ideology behind it, those women in Muslim society will be under pressure and become more isolated. This approaching gives more power to Islamism as well, and the consequences of this more powerful Islamism should not be ignored for the sake of world peace. Equal rights and positions for men and women should be our priority for women's sake and for a better future of the world. Now, defending so hard the right of free clothing while Iranian women who are victims of the mandatory hijab in Iran and are fighting already for 37 years against this, even with the risk of being jailed, has been forgotten for the Western politicians like Ségolène Royal, the French Environment Minister, and Christian Defrane, the Belgian president of the Senate, who don't make it easy for Iranian women by putting a scarf for their official visits to Tehran. They give a very disappointing message of ignorance to Iranian women who keep on hoping and fighting against any kind of discrimination. Thank you for your attention.